Everybody, I know exactly. You have been waiting for this video, right? Yes, everybody. In today's video, we're going to talk about the biggest release fail for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 ever. Of course, the Aerosoft A330 CEO that was released just a few days ago. And it is completely broken to the point where I can't decide whether it's hilarious or just plain sad. Yes, everybody, this add-on costs $30 here on the Aerosoft store, and you can buy it. And people say you definitely shouldn't. See, yesterday I had a, first look in a live stream to find out together, what is it like? Why do people hate this airplane? And let me tell you, this live stream was so chaotic. Why don't the instruments turn on properly? What is going on? Why does only the primary flight display barely work? We have some serious trouble with the A330, as in, it won't even run. Something that doesn't work either is why... And maybe I deserve it by doing these kind of landings and streams. Okay, why are we gaining speed? Why are we gaining... What in the absolute... What? Look, you can see my throttle. 100 knots, 180 knots. Full power. Full power. Full power. Full power. My joystick is starting to give up because I have to pull up so much. Look. And now we are at 100 million knots. Everybody, yes, what a disastrous release so far. I would describe this plane as sort of a box of surprises, of bugs, because it appears as though this plane has different bugs for everyone. For example, as you can see, I'm experiencing the huge problem of this cockpit not working at all. No matter what I try, I cannot get the systems to run. The autopilot doesn't work, the MFD, all these screens don't work, the MCDU doesn't work, which means, in my stream yesterday, I had to hand fly the airplane everywhere. Look, no matter what I try, I can set the panel state here on this electronic flight bag to ready for takeoff. There we go. Load that in. It'll start the engines up properly. There we go. As you can see, that's now loaded in. Screens don't work whatsoever. I tried reinstalling the plane. I'm running this flight simulator on a fresh community installation right here, as you can tell. So this has only Aerosoft products, so no other aircraft can interfere. I tried reinstalling the Aerosoft utility software. All that stuff did not work. No restart wouldn't get this plane alive. The interesting thing is that this is not a universal bug. Only I am experiencing that, which is weird. As you might have been able to tell from my live stream, the flight model is very much broken. It appears as though whenever you touch down with the plane, it kind of accelerates like a Mario booster pad. But we gain speed on touchdown. Each touchdown, each bump gives 20 more knots. A bug that I'm not having, and this is something that other creators did experience, is when you reset the time, the plane accelerates to 1,000,000 knots, which makes... How does that happen? Maybe this is the custom flight model that really didn't work out. Yes, this is really sad because, Aerosoft put so much work in this airplane. Apparently, it's been in development for 3 to 4 years. And I have no idea what went wrong in the beta stage, but if everyone that gets this airplane apparently is having these issues, lots of content creators that I've seen, then something seriously went wrong in the beta testing stage. I don't want to ruin my relationship with every developer by hating on them, but what am I supposed to do? Maybe we can take a look at what the aircraft would be like if it didn't have any bugs, which we can't really experience. I can't get the systems to run, but we can have a look at the, exterior model, for example, which really isn't the worst. Okay, maybe the landing gear could have been more round, which it isn't. I have no idea how they managed to not make it. The tire is like a hexagon with more edges, just like this leading edge which connects with the fuselage. That isn't very perfect either. Look at the main landing gear. That's also not quite round. See, the problem is that this is still a $30 aircraft. It's not necessarily very expensive, but take a look at the Headwind A330. That one is amazing, and it works. And well, it's free as well. Oh, what a shame. Overall, very shiny model, not as bad as Red Hawk. Some people have described the exterior model as a little bit too polished. Yeah, you could use this as a mirror. I don't know. And I mean, the cockpit really doesn't look bad at all, you know. There are little details which I like. You can put out the table to have lunch. You can get the footrest even out. I've never seen that on any Airbus model, actually. Good. But everybody, a place where you should definitely not be looking at is the cabin, because it will make you extremely unhappy with how your life is doing. Yeah, so this is what the cabin looks like. Yeah, so as you can see, this is probably the worst modeled cabin. At this point, they should have just left it out. The windows are not round, such as the seats aren't. You may have a better look at nighttime, where it's actually lit. Take a look at the overhead bins. Not really existent. According to some people in my live stream, this is actually an old model from an FSX Aerosoft airplane, so this is not even original. This is an old model, which is like, okay, I kind of see what the issue of this airplane is. See, the Microsoft Flight Simulator does not have a shortage of Airbus A330s. Once again, we have a headwind, we've got Latin VFR, and for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Eni Builds is gonna come up with an A330 apparently. And you know Eni Builds, you know how they are. Yeah, this is the A330, I think, for the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Don't take my word for it. And well, the regular problem in the flight simulator industry is that these planes take so long to develop. And I guess 3 to 4 years ago, Aerosoft had no idea that the competition was gonna be that high. So I guess they really had to rush this release. This airplane feels rushed to make sure this airplane comes out before the 2024 so that people buy it. And now people don't, I guess. Maybe actually just to have fun. Let's maybe go and see. This plane is the butter machine, and we should celebrate it as such. Let's maybe try to do a landing here at Princess Juliana Airport. Oh, okay. Something you shouldn't do is spawn this plane in the midair, because it's gonna be off. Completely off, and now we're crashing. And for some reason, the landing gear is rotated by 90 degrees. So in order to land this very shiny airplane, we have to spawn in on the ground in a takeoff position and just try to, there we go, just slew mode ourselves up and then come in for a landing. This plane is like universally broken for me. Now, this is very bad luck for Aerosoft because, you know, other people did get this airplane to work, but we haven't even talked about the flight model. Look, for some reason, we are accelerating a lot. For no reason. The throttle is set to 0 and we are barely able to lose speed at all. This airplane feels as though it is super overpowered, but now we're coming in for a landing. That's hopefully going to be nice. Unfortunately, though, this airplane has been described as unbutterable, which is a shame. It's the butter machine. Come on, it's an A330. I've flown here in real life with an A330. All right, let's do a long landing. We want to butter. Yes. And the landing worked out without any issues either. And here I'm having to recreate this landing because I don't have any replay mode here in the vanilla version of Microsoft. Take a look. It's not that bad. The animations are still quite toy planey. They're not as smooth as, for example, X-Plane, which is always perfect. So it's hard to win a butter competition with this one. Let's maybe take a look at the tilt retraction here on takeoff. Oh, we've just crashed into water. Now we needed a booster pad here. Why didn't that work? Suddenly the flight model works. Now I'm trying to take off and this airplane is doing... Why is it putting... It's putting the rudder pedals down for no reason. Stop doing that. Why is it braking a little bit? That's... This plane is just full of problems. Come on, let's try to take off normally. I want to see that tilt. You know, come on. You can handle it. Okay. Yeah, the animations are a little bit rough, you know, the whole thing. Look at the door. Not that perfect. Maybe this is a Microsoft Flight Simulator limitation. So, just visually, this plane doesn't impress me too much. It's not that bad. It's definitely not like M scenery or anything. What a shame though that it absolutely doesn't work. Like the thing about this video is that I'm unable to cover all the bugs that it has. Oh, take a look. By the way, that's kind of nice. We can open the oxygen mask stowage and we can test it. So they wanted to put detail into this plane. But take a look. I want to activate everything now. Catering truck, GPU, luggage, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not sure what this truck is that just crashed into us, but it's not connecting. It hasn't got any cables connected. At least the chocks are there. Look, but at least we can turn on the ground power, which still has the instruments all dead. This airplane should be alive, but it isn't. It's dead. Look, even I can change the brightness, but that won't help. But there's no cable connected. That's like wireless charging the airplane. I mean, come on. The whole model isn't that bad. Look, we've got a cargo hold. We've got proper doors animated. But interestingly enough, we can only open 6 of the 8 doors. Maybe this is actually emergency. I'm not sure. Oh, look at the fueling truck. truck, yes, crash into us diligently. But you know, bugs are bugs, and I guess on Aerosoft computer, they managed to make this airplane run, and so it should be able to run on everyone's computer. So yes, I'm waiting now for updates to be able to properly review this airplane. I really wish that it wasn't as broken as it is, but it's just unflyable. It's unusable. So already, what a shame. This airplane has some potential, but we couldn't even figure out whether it's worth the upgrade. Better than the free Headwinds A330. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters: Gunskiller, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Fanner, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.